Well, how's it going, everybody? My name is John Norman. We're going to talk some Dexter. So I'm going to just kind of go over some brief thoughts of what I thought of the season, get to the finale, and then I also have a little idea of what I would have liked to see. You know, kind of a fan idea for a finale for the last episode. Yeah, honestly, I dug this season. I thought this was solid. They brought Dexter back, and they fucking did it. They actually created a really fun story with Prater and all the other killers. It was really fun to see these different actors play these wild characters, and for Dexter to just have all these characters for the picking. Really cool idea. They wanted me back on Harrison. I mean, I hated Harrison last season, and this was awesome. I would actually be down to see more Harrison and where he develops, and I'm excited to see him as a cop and to see how Dexter kind of becomes maybe not good for his life as time goes on, maybe. And you know, I kind of hope we get to still see Gigi next episode. You know, I hope it works out for them. So yeah, very cool. I like that they picked a lane for him. You know, he has impulses, but he feels bad about doing bad things. That's perfect. You know, that's really perfect. And I'm hoping that that doesn't just go away. I hope we see more of the impulse stuff. And Prater and Charlie, those two characters I thought were really well done, really cool. Got exactly out of the actor, like more out of the actors than I think I was even expecting. So really cool, especially Prater. He was a really fun big bad this time around. And Peter Dinklage is just so awesome. He is just so cool, man, and he can just kill it. And yeah, I liked the more we figured out Prater's origin and stuff, and just such a creepy idea of like a kid making friends with his parents' killer. Like, that is so disturbing in itself. And I loved how he turned out to be a little whiny bitch by the end of it, just offering money. The only thing he had, you know, he was like a little boy the whole time, getting all fucking excited when around all the killers and everything, and he really let himself show, like, he really showed himself. And then he really showed himself, and he was still just a little pussy little boy on the table. And I loved that. And I love that Dexter didn't even put him in the, you know, it was a very, like, almost like fuck you to a fan. You know, like, I'm not even going to remember you. I don't want to remember you. And that was perfect. That was exactly the kind of kick in the nuts right before killing him that he could have given. So I loved that. I loved the whole scene. The whole last scene was awesome. I'll say Blessing. I was chill with Blessing and everything, but with a season like this, anytime you go to the other characters, like the cops or anything like that, I can't help but, like, especially last episode kind of stuff, I'm checking the time to keep, like, we're running out, man. Like, these aren't the characters I'm really focused on, you know? There wasn't enough that came out of the characters for me to justify them taking up as much time as they did, I guess. And they didn't take up a huge amount of time, but, like, I don't know. The cop lady, I came around to the cop a little more. I think I'm more interested in seeing where the cop ends up in Dexter's life than I am Blessing. So yeah, honestly, from beginning to all the cameos, to slowly Dexter having to make his way to New York, or I guess slowly, but like the transition of him making his way into Harrison's life, and while finding the dark passenger and all that. And I loved that whole thing. I love that there was a good amount of kills throughout this season. And I even loved that he missed Ponytail Guy. And he was like the most disturbing one. And I thought Dexter was going to start going down a dark path, man. I keep thinking Dexter's going to really break, but it doesn't seem like they're going in that direction. But that's okay. That's okay. I got to kind of let go of my expectations, you know. But yeah, I liked getting to see fun actors play creepy roles. And we even got a little taste of Dexter trying to lean on a girl again, like he fucking does. And I like that they fucking just swooped the rug right out from under him. And I was like, nope, she's not like you at all. Haha. Like right away. That was cool. Okay, so now I want to talk about Angel. I feel like I've come to the realization that I'm not going to know how I feel about Angel dying until we get to see if anything comes of it, which it has to, right? Yeah, because we didn't really get to feel it. We really didn't get to feel it. And, I don't know, man. I wish there was more of a buildup. And I feel like part of my feeling for this is because introducing Angel or any kind of a character like this, where we have a character that has been there since the beginning, and he's putting together, and he's the fucking the man going after the fucking villain, then it kind of makes it feel like we're getting close to an end. That's how it feels when you have a character like that. I really hope they have a plan. But it makes me wish that we would have... This is my idea that I had for a alternate episode 10. And it just changes one thing, really. Everything else can be happening while Dexter's stuck in the safe and he's trying to get out and all that. But imagine if Angel was actually alive, but dying throughout that entire last episode. And he actually has to witness, he has to witness Dexter actually being Dexter. Like, for the first time, he's actually they're trapped in a room together now. And he's got to kind of, maybe he's not even trying as hard as Dexter is to get out. But he gets to see Dexter fighting to get back to his son. But maybe by using his son, he's instead of his brother being there and saying everything that he's saying, it would have been cool if Angel is kind of flicking him shit the whole time, much like we got with Dokes in episode 2 when he was trapped and they were both trapped in this situation together and trying to figure out what to do. But it would have been interesting. I would have loved to hear what Angel would have been saying in that position and whether or not he would have been helping Dexter or not. But because something else also struck me today when I was thinking about it. Angel has a daughter. He has a 25-year-old daughter or something. And look, there's always been... Angel's always had kind of a messy life. Okay, camera went out. We're back. Sorry about that. Angel. Talking about Angel. I'm not happy with... Obviously, he didn't seem prepared enough for me. It's not necessarily him dying. That's okay. But I just didn't feel the impact as much as I wish I did. More layers. And yeah, I feel like... And I want to make it clear that if my little alternate thing with him being alive through all of it were to happen, then obviously the bullet wounds would have had to been, a little different. But I just think it would have been really interesting and more impactful if we would have gotten to see Angel and Dexter having a conversation and unraveling who they are to each other. Again, much like Dokes and Dexter in season 2. That would have just been... It would have had more weight to it, I think. And of course, this is just me being Monday morning quarterbacking the fuck out of this. But I can't help but when I had this kind of idea, it's man, that would have been fucking good. Like, I can't help but feel like getting to see Angel talking to Dexter, maybe like giving a little more fuck yous. And, you know, you're using your son now, all that. Like, Angel would almost rather die than anything. And again, maybe you got to figure out more shit with the phone. I don't know. Or how Angel's gonna, maybe he wants to call his daughter and say one last thing. I don't know. I haven't given it that much thought. I just feel like there would have been more to explore. That's all I'm saying. But I'll say this. Oh, no, one more thing. That last little moment with Dexter, you know, more people were talking about this than I thought they would. Dexter looking into the camera and being like, I'm exactly who you want me to be and all that. I couldn't help but kind of feel like, not for me. Like, again, I think overall feelings, any issues I have, I think stem from the situation that this season is in. Because we're making up for like, we're literally resurrecting him. And then because they had Angel on his way, they had to put Angel in this. And it kind of felt like they had to put Angel in this. I feel like if they didn't have Angel in the last season, Angel wouldn't be in this. And that's kind of how he feels. He doesn't feel like he necessarily needed to be in this. I felt like he needed to be in it because he was part of making up for the last season. But yeah, and also the New York Ripper thing. I'm going to touch on this a little bit. Because I made a video. A lot of people made videos on who is the New York Ripper. If I'm going to be completely honest, like, it made me wonder, like, what's the point of these characters being in this show at all? Like, I understand, like the cop was in it to be on Harrison and cause, you know, tension during all that. But I don't know, man. Like, after that, what were they there for? What was the point? Like, I just don't. Again, it just felt like there wasn't. It's like that. I don't know. I liked the season. I don't want to seem like I'm bagging on the season. But I think a lot of my feelings are from, we're coming back, so I'm excited, but it kind of feels like a weird, is this the end? But it's not the end, because we know that they already said there's going to be a season 2. So is this like almost a part, its own confined story, or is it going to bleed into number 2? But it like, you know, so it's just, there's kind of a mix of things of what it is exactly and where it belongs in the DNA of Dexter, I guess. As a fan, that's kind of how I'm feeling. Maybe I'm alone on that. Maybe I'm out on an island, but I can't help but kind of feel that way. But what do you think? You guys, did you like this season? Did you hate this season? Did you hate the way they killed off Angel, or do you feel like it was completely appropriate and you got exactly what you wanted from it? Let me know. But hey, I enjoy you guys hanging out. My name's John Norman, and until next time.
Tonight's the night.
And I love it!